Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I'm getting ready to go to work, and I wanted to get my baits that I will be having tied on in April. I wanted to get that out of the way and get that to you. Uh, Number one bait that I will have tied on in April is a buzz bait. True Faith Custom Bait buzz bait. This video is brought to you by True Faith Custom Baits. If you need any kind of baits, get a hold of True Faith or leave a message below, and we'll get you taken care of. Today I fished. Today is the 30th of March, Saturday the 30th, day before Easter. I went fishing this morning for a couple hours, had a great time. I caught some on one of the other baits that I'm getting ready to show you that I will have tied on all through April, and a buzz bait. Water temperature was 57 degrees, and like I've told you several times before, I will always trying to see what this car is doing. Anyway, like I've told you before, when water hits 50 degrees, I will have a buzz bait tied on. You just want to reel it just fast enough to keep it on top when the water's still pretty cool and in the 50s. Just fast enough, keep it on top, but they will come and hammer it just like they did today. That's going to be my bait number one. The second bait I will have tied on in the month of April is a Bomber Long A, and I will use it like a wake bait. You throw it out there, and you just reel it just barely fast enough to make it move. You do not want it to dive under the water. You do not want this diving under the water. You want to keep this tail on the top of the water. It'll just move back and forth, and it's got rattles in it. And Bomber Long A, use it as a wake bait and just reel it just fast enough to make it move. And you do not want the bait to dive under the water, or the whole bait. You want at least the back end of this bait and feather to be on top of the water making a wake. Big bass love this right here, especially bull shoals and 10 killer and table rock. I've caught some giants doing that. The next bait, this is what I had tied on today, was a wobblehead jig with the old fighting frog on it. I will have that tied on all through the month of April, and throw it out there, let it go to the bottom, and just reel it fast enough. Just kind of a slow, steady reel. You don't want to lose contact with the bottom. Cat's driving me crazy. You never want to lose contact with the bottom, and work it through rocks and wood of any kind. I was bouncing it through the rocks today, and I caught some really, really nice fish. Several 2.5, 2 3/4, and 3 pounders today. I had a really good day. I'm gonna have a video. I videoed my fishing trip today for 2 hours, for about 2 hours of it, and I'm going to download that whole 2 hours so you can watch my whole day of fishing. But my battery died in my GoPro, so you don't get to see the whole thing. But you'll get to see several of the good fish I caught. You'll see them today. or you'll see them in my video. The next bait that I will definitely have tied on in April is a jig. Be throwing a jig. True Faith Custom Bait jig. I was using a True Faith Custom Bait wobble head and the True Faith Custom Bait jig. Throw it around wood cover and rocks. Be throwing it anywhere from dirt shallow all the way out to 20 feet. The next category of baits is a swim jig. Swim jig works really good in April. A chatterbait works extremely well in April. And a spinnerbait works extremely well in April. I kind of categorize them all in the same line of baits because I use them in the same areas, you know, shallow wood, shallow weeds, shallow rocks. I just let the fish tell me which one that they would prefer to eat that day. Those baits are going to all be tied on during the month of April. I will be using a trailer on the chatterbait and swim jig, and sometimes the spinnerbait, but definitely the chatterbait. I will have one of these Zoom shimmer shads on that chatterbait. That is an awesome trailer. That is an awesome trailer for a chatterbait, swim jig, and that kind of thing. Really, really good. And last but not least, you got to have a square bill crankbait tied on in April. Little square bill crankbait. That will be tied on in the month of April. Fish that around shallow rock, shallow wood, and you'll catch a lot of big fish. Those are my top picks for the month of April, and I've got to get to work. And I will see you all in the next one. Please hit subscribe. Please like and share this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a blessed weekend.